When was the last time a ball generated maximal force production? Newsflash, it doesn't. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Howdy y'all, it's favorite trainer with a belt buckle, helping you pass the NASM CPT 2024, pretty much 2025, focusing on the most important parts of the textbook, the OPT model. If you're not familiar with Show Up Fitness, I wrote the book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. New version will be out here in a few weeks. We're working on the formatting. You will get access to 25 questions you will never see. I'm not putting them out there on YouTube or anywhere else in our guide, our free cheat sheet, only in the book, and this is going to help you become successful. Who is Show Up Fitness? How have we helped over 5,000 people pass these textbook certifications? Because they're easy when you focus on what they want you to know in order to pass the test. Will you become a successful trainer? Hell no! That's where we come in. With over 20 years of experience, we've built the best certification in the fitness industry. It's the fastest growing. You just probably haven't heard of us because we're not backed by a $1 trillion company like NASM is. Blackstone Investment Corp, check them out. ISSA, owned by Sale Corp, some bullshit, $4 billion under management. They got money to pump it out there to get in front of you so then you think you're going to become a qualified trainer. I'm sorry, tough pill to swallow, but a textbook is not going to help you with the business skills, the people skills, and the trade skills, which is all about programming. Those are what we teach you at Show Up Fitness. And we've leveled up our certification with the best partnership out there. Lifetime Fitness, over 170 gyms, has now guaranteed if you have the Show Up Fitness CPT, you will get one interview. No other gym, no other certification has that elite partnership, and that's why we are recognized as the best certification in fitness. We're just new. So if you can't get a refund, oh geez, you got a foam roller jammed up there, didn't you? Got a giant bundle. Oh, it sucks, you can't get a refund, but we will help you pass this. I'm sorry, I'm an annoying personality on YouTube. I gotta have fun with this because this is horse shit. And you, if you really believe this stuff is going to help your clients get results, holy moly. Let's start with the basics. What is the OPT model? Optimal Performance Training. Who was it developed by? Dr. Clark, a complete hunk, knows his physical therapy. Physical therapy doesn't apply to the general population. Stabilization, we're going to do some weird shit on a Bosu ball, stability ball, squat, curl, press. Stupid fucking exercises. But it could work in a rehab, prehab setting. So this is what they go off of. They base pretty much the majority of their certification off of this. Overactive, underactive, look up stuff by Dr. Jonda. Back in the day, it made sense. Today, been debunked. We do not use this stuff anymore. But if you need to pass NASM, ACE, you need to know this. So let us help you focus on the acute variables, beginning with stabilization endurance. You better look like a fucking clown bouncing on one leg and doing all these weird exercises on Bosu balls with a 4-2-1-1 tempo. 4 making reference to the eccentric. When a muscle lengthens, that's eccentric. The pause is isometric. The concentric is 1, and then another pause at the top. 4, 2, 1, 1. 0 to 90 seconds rest. You need to be doing 50 to 70% of your 1RM. 12 to 20 repetitions. It's about 50 to 70%. I will go over a program in the book to help you better understand the exercise selection that you need to know to pass the NASM CPT. You will be here for 1 month, and then you will graduate into the strength part, which there's 3 phases, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, the best one will probably be strength endurance. It's a superset. You're going to do a stable exercise, like a bench press, into an unstable exercise, like a push-up. You're going to do a squat into a step up and hold. You would do a pull-up into a TRX row. It's the agonist followed by the agonist. The first agonist, you're going to go heavier, 8 to 12 reps. The second one, you're going to go 12 to 20. After 1 month, you can graduate to muscular development, the stupidest fucking name for a phase. You want to get jacked. It should be called jacked. You want to put on muscle. Hypertrophy is what the name is called. So if you want to get jacked, which we all do, your client's #1 goal is they want to look better naked. Close. Number 2, they want to perform better. And 3, get out of pain. Pain management. All things that we help you with at Show Up, but you got to use this stupid fucking name, muscular development. Do not use that. 2020. I laugh because if you look at the mechanisms of hypertrophy, the number one most important thing is tension, developing muscular tension. And when you slow down the eccentric for 2 seconds, and then 2 seconds up, you are compromising force production. Why? That's stupid. But you need to know that for the OPT model. 3 to 5 sets. You're going to be doing 0 to 60 seconds of rest. Again, metabolic stress is another mechanism of hypertrophy, as well as damage. The STD principle, stress, tension, damage. Stress is the least important, but you will accumulate a lot of those hydrogen ions and get that burn. Ooh, shit, my arms are on fire. My body's on fire. I got to take a rest. That burn, it feels good. That's what you're going to get when you go for short rest periods. Why? You want to optimize tension. Longer rest periods have been shown to be superior when it comes to hypertrophy, but you got to put that NASM hat on and you got to know 0 to 60 seconds of rest. 75 to 85% of your 1RM. These are the acute variables you need to know for the OPT model. After a month, you can go up or you can go down. Most of the time, we're going to go up to maximal strength. Linear periodization. You're going to be doing 1 to 5 reps. That's heavy load, 85 to 100%. XXXX. Don't type that in online. You're going to get in trouble. Your wife, your husband get pissed off. What are you typing in XXX for? I had a student one time come in, Chris, I typed in XXX because that is the speed that you're supposed to be going. I've taught this stuff 4th edition, 5th edition, 6th edition, and now the 7th edition. I've been doing this for a long time. I used to work at a school that force-fed us NASM. I looked at this stuff, I'm like, what the hell, this doesn't make any sense. With a background in kinesiology from one of the top schools in the nation, University of Connecticut, I did an internship there for 1 year, and then I got my strength and conditioning. This doesn't make sense, but got to teach it, got to pay the bills. And that's why I left to start our own certification. In person, 2 months, San Diego, that's where I'm at right now, or a San Diego gym. We're also online, on-demand videos, and we have weekend seminars. You can learn from the best. You just haven't heard of us. Top trainer at Crunch, we got them there. Top trainer at Lifetime, we got them there. Top 20 at Equinox, we got them there. We've helped more trainers get placed at the best gyms in the world than any other company. So what we're trying to do is compete with these marketing machines. It's challenging and it's fun. I got to drink a bunch of whiskey to be able to go through this to help you pass it. But if you listen to what we say, you will pass it. It is not hard whatsoever. If you read the whole fucking textbook, 800 pages, holy shit, it's going to be very hard. We condense it with our study guide. We have a cheat sheet. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, give us a 5-star review. Email info@showupfitness.com. Hey, belt buckle trainer, send me the cheat sheet and we will send that to you. Give us a 5-star review. We appreciate the support. You will get through this. And if you fail, we have a guarantee that you will pass. If you do our tutoring session with instructors that we have, and if you were to fail, we'll either repay for it or we'll let you take the Show Up Fitness CPT at the same cost that you would pay to repay for it. That's a hell of a deal, and you're going to end up being qualified, not just a piece of paper that means jack shit. Back to the OPT model, maximal strength. You need to know these variables. 1 month, and then you're going to go to power. Another pretty decent phase. This is actually called post-activation potentiation. You do something that's heavy or explosive into something heavy or explosive. So for example, you're going to do 10 jumps. Not like Tinkerbell, woo, what the hell is that? Don't throw your arms behind your body. You load them up, you jump as high as you can. 1 to 10 reps. And then you go into a heavy squat, 3 to 5 reps. You then rest a couple minutes and then go again. You'll rest the longest in power and maximal strength. The shortest in phases 1, 2, and 3. They're not going to ask you like 60 seconds, 70 seconds, 90 seconds, and 100 seconds. It's very obvious. Your client is in phase 1 of the OPT model, and they're doing a fucking stability ball squat curl press. How long are they resting between sets? 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 38 minutes. Oh gosh, that's a hard one. Process of elimination, you're going to go with the shortest rest period down here, longer up here. You need to know those acute variables. 1 to 10 reps for power. Power is defined as force times velocity or force times distance over time. or 10% of your body weight. You're going to see a lot of exercises that go into these phases. So a prone iso ab. What in the holy fuck is a prone iso ab? Say that to your client. Prone position, got it. Iso, isometric abdominal exercise. It's a fucking plank. It's a plank. You do a plank, the spine isn't moving. Therefore, it's stabilization. When the spine moves for core exercises, that's now going to be in strength, like a crunch or a cable rotation. Holy moly, look at that gastrocnemius right there. What is the ending position on a cable rotation? Triple extension. You're not going to see much on speed, agility, and quickness or nutrition because NASM is a great freaking company. I love them. They're one of the best companies out there in the fitness industry when it comes to marketing. Because you leave and you're like, I didn't learn anything about speed, agility, quickness. I didn't learn anything about nutrition. What should I do? You're going to go get that next specialization cert from a textbook and you won't learn shit. You need to be able to ask questions to the professional. Chris, why am I doing a stability ball squat curl press? I can't even say the damn name. I don't fucking know. It's a stupid exercise. Why not do a goblet squat or a step up or a pattern that's specific to your client's goals? At NASM, you need to know the squat, hinge, pull, push, and vertical press. At Show Up Fitness, you're going to do a horizontal push or pull, vertical push or pull, a squat, hinge, unilateral, which could be a step up, a lunge, Bulgarian, etc., and then transitional, which will be gait mechanics, sprinting, throwing, running, jumping, farmer's carries. Those all go under the transitional movement pattern. You need to know the 5 checkpoints of human movement for NASM. Ankle, knee, lumbopelvic hip complex, shoulder, and head. At Show Up Fitness, we teach you 10 because there's 10. Ankle, knee, hip, lumbar, thoracic, cervical, shoulder, elbow, wrist, breathing mechanics. You need to put the NASM hat on, the ACE hat on, the ISSA hat on, whichever textbook certification you have purchased and you cannot get a refund for, you need to put that hat on and you need to pass it for their vocabulary. There's certain words that go across the spectrum, like sarcopenia. It's the loss of muscle mass due to age. Sarcomere is the basic unit of muscle. Sarcopenia means wasting away. Dynapenia, you're not going to find that in their textbooks. Dynapenia is a loss of power due to age, which accompanies sarcopenia. But you need to know the exercises like a stand up to figure 8 is what you're going to do for a senior citizen. Stand up and walk around a chair and come back. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather have them stand up, hit them a couple balloons, smack the color to work with proprioception as well as awareness, release some cool neuroproteins like BDNF. Oh, if you want to meet people and impress them at a bar, just say BDNF at a bar. Brain-derived neurotropic factor. You are now the professional. These cool little proteins are released when you track stuff. So go walking around the chair, fine, C-. If you want to level up, do something where there's track, get a laser or something like that. So again, you need to know the acute variables, which I just went over, how long you'll be in each one. That's the macro cycle, big picture, usually a year. And then the month, meso. And then the week, micro. Micro machines are small. Meso, mes in Spanish for 1 month is mes. 1 year, macro. Macro economy, how are we doing as a whole? That's periodization. There's undulating, there's linear. NASM is focusing on a long time ago, linear periodization. Dr. Kramer Zatorsky wrote the fundamental book for all trainers, Strength and Conditioning. That was my professor at the University of Connecticut. He wrote the book for Western periodization. That's Eastern periodization. That book merged them together. So you need to understand why you're doing this. If you sprained an ankle, do some unstable stuff. Cool, I'm all right with it. But doing unstable stuff with general pop is not necessary. 10-week study at the University of Connecticut with Eric Cressy and Dr. Kramer showed doing unstable surface training is inferior to stable. So why are you doing it? Because it's hard. No shit. Drinking a bottle of whiskey and driving a country mile is hard. I'm not telling you to do it. Don't do it. Harder doesn't mean better. And I feel for trainers because you don't have the business skills or people skills to know how to assess individuals. And so you're doing this bullshit on a client. In the back of their head, they're thinking, wow, this is fucking really stupid. You're basically telling me I'm broken, stand on one leg. This is hard stuff. But when I was in high school or when I was doing this, I didn't do any of this stuff. But now you're telling me I'm broke. I have upper cross syndrome. So then when you present your package, your value, sales is fun. You should not be intimidated by it. You should train with me 3 times per week for the next month. 12 sessions is going to cost $3,600. That's how much we charge at Show Up Fitness, $150 to $300 plus, because we're the best trainers out there. We have networked with the best therapists, RDs. We don't blink. That's the cost. How do you want to pay for it? And they choose. Whereas trainers that don't have that confidence and they're scaring people with these syndromes and broken, unstable bullshit, the client goes, let me think about it. I can't afford it. In their mind, they're just saying, I don't want to fucking work with you because that's stupid. Focus on the movement patterns and then progressively overload. That's how you do it. That's how you assess someone. What are your goals? To get a bigger upper body? Great. We're going to push. We're going to pull. What are your favorite exercises? Awesome. Let me show you some trainer engagement. Prone iso ab? No. We're going to do a plank. I'm going to have you lift your leg up. Drive into my hand. Oh, there you go. Touch it over there. Good. You're getting involved. And wow, that was such a basic exercise. You showed so much value. The way that you communicated, you're very professional too. You don't look like some trainer at Gold's Gym. Nothing wrong with them. They're all jacked up, but they don't look professional in a polo shirt. Sleek pants, belt buckle hanging out. I get it, it's a ploy, get over it. We want you to be successful. And if you want to become successful, don't start with scaring people. Understand the fundamentals. Understanding the fundamentals and anatomy, the 17 muscles of the shoulder. Can you name them? Can't with NASM because they don't even give you the 17. Coracobrachialis, check it out in the book. It's not in there. It's one of the 17 muscles. When you understand anatomy, programming is super, super easy. And I'm going to break down what you need to know for NASM, then I'm going to help you understand a better way of programming via the CCA. Right out of the 7th edition textbook, going over a program. For Jane Doe, we're going to assume that's a hunkette. Hunkette's a fine word to say today. You can't get in trouble for saying, oh, who knows what. Fat loss is the goal. Stabilization endurance training is going to be the phase. Day 1. We're going to foam roll. You got to foam roll and stretch everyone. If you don't, they die. So you're going to foam roll the calves, the adductors, and lats. Let's see how good at math you are, because I'm pretty confident you're fucking awesome. So let's do this. 30 seconds. Calf, adductors, lats. Guess what? You got 2. That's a minute per side. 1 minute foam rolling your calves, 1 minute foam rolling your adductors, 1 minute foam rolling your lats. And then we're going to static stretch. 6 minutes doing that. And now we're going to do some cardio for 5 minutes. Brisk walk or slow jog. 11 minutes, factor in walking around, chatting a little bit. You're looking at 15 minutes of bullshit. Now we're going to get into activation stuff. Floor bridge, floor cobra, single leg balance and reach in the frontal plane. Let's just tap into the side. 1 set, 15 reps. You should be doing this at a 4-2-1-1 tempo. Let's do some math. That means 1 rep, 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. That's going to be 100 or plus seconds per exercise. That's 2 minutes for 1 exercise. And you're going to do 3 of those. And then we're going to get into the resistance training. Squat pattern, ball squat. Don't fucking put your clients on a ball. When was the last time a ball generated maximal force production? Newsflash, it doesn't. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Body weight, good mornings. Okay, let's just take the most complex movement, a hinge, and have your client do that as a good morning. Not going to go over very well. Incline push-up, which is fine. It's basically just doing a push-up on a bar. Standing tubing row, okay, whatever. Standing tubing shoulder press. So we've got squat pattern, hinge pattern, push-pull. We got the patterns that they want, but that's the workout. 1 set, 20 reps. And now you're going to cool down. Here's the best part. 5 minutes of walking, you're going to do a plank, 90 seconds, foam roll again, and stretch again. Over 10 minutes foam rolling and stretching for a client that wants fat loss. Okay, give that program whatever you think. Now let's look at something It's actually realistic. CCA, you take the core movement pattern with your client's goal. Jane Doe, we're going to assume she wants a big old caboose train, flat tummy, and to lose some fat, as it said. You take a pattern for the lower body, a squat, a hinge, or a unilateral. Couple it with an upper body push or pull. You choose in your environment. And then do an accessory, an ab exercise, something that will make them laugh, fun. That's the novelty. Play a game. You could do a little ball dance around. We like getting a laser and have your clients touch stuff for the BDNF release. If they're older versus younger, if they want isolation, they really want to feel it in their glutes, that's when you'd incorporate an accessory here. You do that for 3 rounds. Each time you progressively overload, making it more challenging. After 3 sets, you move into the next one. And we're going to do a B stance hip thrust, a Z press, and a single arm, single leg suitcase hold. You do that for 3 rounds. And then you do the last one, an RDL into a single arm incline kettlebell press into a balance board. So we did this at our gym here in Santa Monica. The workout was full body, hinge, but focusing with a push as well. So you see the first core was lower body. The second one is going to be upper body push. And the third one is going to be an accessory having fun. Most of your clients are going to be training full body. So we're teaching advanced programming techniques that make sense, but they're a plug and play. So this system makes your life easier. If you're at Lifetime at 5 o'clock on a Monday, trap bar is a hinge pattern for this case right here. You could do a bridge, you could do a hip thrust, you could do an RDL. You take the pattern and then you manipulate it. For the push-up, you could do it on a bar. You could do a press. You could do anything working those pushing muscles. In the accessory, you could do whatever you want. If a genie were to pop out of a lamp, one magical body part, keep it PC, what would it be? A tummy, big old caboose train, biceps, whatever it is, you put that there. 3 rounds, 10 plus reps for beginners, strengthen ligaments and tendons, neuromuscular communication. Own the competency of those core movement patterns. After a month, you increase the intensity. We're not giving you some simple linear way, but you are not learning to think critically. Stabilization, inferior. Supersets here, they're fine, but not optimal for most people. Muscular development is hands down their worst phase. It doesn't have any of the mechanisms of true muscular development, which would be heavier loads, longer rest periods, depending on the individual, 10 to as high as 40 working sets per week. Maximal strength is fine, power is fine, but you will be better off if you understand the competency and the fundamentals of general adaptation syndrome, the SAID principle, Henneman's size principle. Find that in the NASM textbook. So we're here to help you pass this if you can't get a refund. I'm sorry I pissed you off. I probably offended half the amount of people on here leaving comments, you cuss too much. The world is a complicated place. And I understand there's so much bullshit, smoke and mirrors all over the place. You don't know what's right. If you want to turn your passion for fitness into a career, I just ask you this. Are you able to ask people questions about what you're doing? And if you take the notion that I'm going to go gain experience by myself, you're not going to make it. 90% of trainers quit within the first year because that's the approach they take. Think about it. You went through med school. Yay, I'm a doctor now. I'm going to go practice on random people for heart surgery. Hey, can I do some heart surgery? I've never done it before. That's how I'm going to learn. What the hell? No, you would never allow anyone to do that. But that's the route people take with fitness. What? You need to gain supervised experience. You need to be in a community where you can ask questions, better understand programming. You need to have a mentor, to network with physical therapists and RDs, all things that we teach you at Show Up Fitness. Hopefully you found this helpful today. Leave a 5-star review if you like our NASM cheat sheet. We have tutoring, and that's our guarantee to pass if you cannot get a refund. Dabble in the Show Up Fitness CPT. I guarantee you'll learn more in 1 week than any textbook certification. Money back guarantee. Remember, keep showing up.